What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Dave Bean. You're watching Dave Bean on TV, where we go beyond the everyday bullshit that people be consuming on a day-to-day basis. And today I wanted to present a passion project of mine that I've been working on for a while called the Astronumerology Daestar Planner. And basically what this is just a tool that I created to help me keep better track of certain transits going on. Because, like sometimes, I don't know about y'all, but sometimes I'll go to sleep, wake up, all of a sudden it's like, oh, it's a retrograde today. And you know what I'm saying? Certain things like as far as energetically going on that I'm like, oh, I didn't even notice that was coming up, or certain planets going into certain signs and things of that nature. Because certain signs, certain planets move really real fast. Some planets move slower and things of that nature. So it'd be small things like that that I was just like, look, I want to create a tool that I can keep better track of everything and kind of see a couple weeks ahead, and you know what I'm saying, on some just how planners are and things of that nature, to keep my life more organized. And I figured, hey, this is something I could probably offer to other people, especially people who are into astrology. And even if you're new to astrology, this is a tool that you can utilize to help learn and get more familiar with some of the more advanced aspects when it comes to kind of keeping track of transits and what's going on in the sky at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up another little clip right here so that you guys can kind of follow along and see how to actually utilize this tool. Yeah, and so that you can get the most out of it. So off the bat, we're just going to jump right in. And if I'm looking down, I'm just reading it off of my phone, but I'm going to put the clip up right here. So first things first. So at the very top, you see the month, what I'm saying, that we're dealing with. Because what I wanted to do was, even though like when you start to get deep into astrology, the calendar, the Gregorian calendar and things of that nature is not really accurate to what's really going on. That's something somebody made. But I figured that at least for right now, I do plan on getting into more advanced and like true calendars, like on some 360 calendar types, type stuff. But I figured that starting out right now, like for what this tool is supposed to be used for, I wanted to make it as simple as possible and as, something that you can actually use. Because, it's going to look like a regular calendar that you would use on a day-to-day basis. It's just going to be filled with the astrology aspects on deeper levels, and so that you can actually have a reference to be like, oh, okay, this is actually, this is what a calendar would look like if I was basing it on astrology and things of that nature. So at the very top, of course, we have the month that we're going through. I decided to just go ahead and do May because that's what we're about to enter into, even though it's still April, but this is where we're headed. So at the top, what I'm saying, it says the sun is in my blank house. So the first line, this is basically to keep track of where the sun is throughout your transit. So, when the sun is going through Taurus or when it's going through Aries, what I'm saying, because it transitions, this is just a space that you can utilize to keep track of where your sun is. And so moving forward down, what I'm saying, then we have the days of the week. So the days of the week, of course, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday and Saturday. Under these, I have the planet for what days, because every day has a specific planet in which that energy is kind of amplified at the moment. So for this, I went ahead and just put the signs or the sigils for what each day is. So Sunday, of course, is the sun's day. The Monday is the moon's day. Tuesday is Mars Day. Wednesday is Mercury Day. Thursday, Jupiter Day. Friday, of course, Venus Day. Saturday, Saturn Day. You know what I'm saying? So basically, I wanted to put that at the top line so everybody can kind of keep track of what days certain energies you should be in or should be utilizing, right? And then as you see on, I'm just going to jump onto the side. So the side, I have the deacons. So if you don't know what a deacon is, basically during the sun's travel, every 10 degrees is a new deacon. So the first 0 to 10 degrees of a sign is the first deacon of that sign. So when the sun is transiting through these are different deacons that the sun is going through. So what I wanted to do was on the side of the chart, just kind of keep track of what deacon we're going through at what moment. You know what I'm saying? So basically, that's just a tool to help that and see, kind of keep you in track, because basically the deacons, the way they work is like basically like accents to whatever energy it is. So if the sun is going to be in Taurus, right, the first deacon of Taurus is Taurus, you know what I'm saying? So it's backed and supportive, and so each deacon goes into the same element, but the next modality going. So the first deacon of Taurus would be Taurus, and then the second deacon of Taurus would be Virgo, and then the third deacon would be Capricorn. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. So depending on what deacon you are, you know what kind of actions or how to modify your actions in a way to make it all kind of go together with the energy in the sky at the moment. So going into the actual dates, you see, and since the first day starts on Saturday, you won't see that first line right here, but we can see day number 2. And so on day 2, you see in the top right, I have that is the sign in which the moon is in at the moment. So basically how I chose to do this was every week, or yeah, every day, I am looking at the time at noon, you know what I'm saying, at 12 o'clock p.m., noon, you know what I'm saying, noon. And basically whatever sign that the moon was in at that time, I put that at the top right corner. So that's a way of just keeping track of where the moon is transiting at the time. So the moon changes signs about every 2 days, give or take, you know what I'm saying, because certain spaces are longer than others, and sometimes that, like, there'll be times where, you know, at noon the moon will be at 28 degrees, and so what I would do is I would just, you know, basically round up, go ahead and just be like, because for the remainder of the day the moon will be transitioning into that next sign. So that's kind of how I chose to go about it. And so like I said, at the top right you see where the sign is, and that's the sign that the moon is in. At the below that, what I did is also put the numerology of the day. So for this case, for this May 2nd, the numerology of the day is 3. And like, if you don't know how to kind of calculate the numerology, it's basically just adding up all of the numbers for the day in order to come with a number. And this number can help you kind of it tells you what kind of energy you should be in as well, as far as the numerology aspects, you know what I'm saying. If you're not into numerology and things of that nature, you know, I'll give you guys some links that you can use to kind of learn more about numerology. And also that's the kind of information that I plan to put in the back of these calendars, just so that if you are a person who's newer to astrology and you want to know how to utilize these things and what certain things mean, it'll be a key in the back or a legend in the back, so that you can read and see, okay, oh, this is what this means, this is how I can apply this, and then boom. And that way it's like a manual that goes along with your calendar, you know what I'm saying, which, you know, you're gonna kind of need. And that's why I'm even doing this video, so you guys can kind of understand where my mind was when I created this. So at the bottom of it you see another house line, and so this is going to be the house for your moon. And so knowing where house the moon is in will also help to enhance how you know, because you know the moon is the world we're in, it's the space we're in. So when the moon is transiting, knowing where this is at, where this is taking a place, this lets you know kind of where you need to put certain energy at what time. And this is all a part of how we manifest down here, because the moon is not only the source of how we manifest and how we attract things to us, but the moon is also kind of how you, because like when, you know, like how sometimes you wake up on some days you have are like really good days where you feel real comfortable in your skin, but then some days you might be feeling uncomfortable in certain ways. And the reason for this is because of the different transits in the sky and how they're interacting with you. So a lot of ways, you know, a lot of things like this calendar is more than just kind of planning practical projects and planning you know, practical events. This is also a planner to help you kind of manage also your temperament, manage your moods, and knowing when to jump into certain vibrations and when not, you know what I'm saying. So this is more than just for business. This could be for, you know, mood management or just your day to day, you know what I'm saying, keeping things on schedule, all that kind of stuff. Also, I forgot to mention that on the bottom, I also have a space in which it says for, so of course, like, we have the days of the week, and each day, you know, Sunday for each planet, you know what I'm saying, and then we have the sun and the moon, of course, but you know what I'm saying, each planet has a day. But there's also the outer planets to account for, such as Neptune, Pluto, and Uranus. Now, when the calendar switched over, you know, over time, and these planets being so far away from us, they were cut out of the week. But I included a space in which we can acknowledge when these emphasis or these influences are playing out in our day to day. So that's where you'll see at the bottom, you'll see a symbol for Pluto, a symbol for Uranus, and a symbol for Neptune. Um, the way we can track these is based upon the degree of the sun, being that the sun, like, when it gets to the 10 degrees, like, so when we go through basically when the sun gets to the eighth degree, in a 10-degree interval, so that'll be 8 or 18 or 28. That's when Pluto would play out as an influence. So it'd be like Pluto, and then on the ninth, it'll be, I believe, Uranus, and then on that 10th day, it'll be Neptune. So those influences are also added at the bottom right of the boxes. So let's go over to the day 11. So on the 11th, we see we have that moon symbol. So that symbolizes a new moon. And so on new moons, this is where we basically start our new manifestation cycles, and these take place all up until the full moon. And so if you watch my other videos about the moon transits and when to plant seeds and when not to plant seeds, basically during the new moon is the waxing period. That's the time to plant a bunch of new seeds. And then on the full moon, as we see on the 26th, that symbol right there is symbolizing the full moon. And on the full moon is the energy we need to kind of chill out on and do more. Instead of manifestation spells, we're doing more protection stuff, things to kind of keep solidified everything that we planted as far as seeds. And if we planted enough good seeds, we'll be able to reap the benefits of everything that we planted during that waxing period. And that's kind of the natural flow of how all of this shit works. And so yeah, so like little information like that, what I'm saying, is going to be not only in the back of the book, but also placed on your calendar, so you can know, oh, okay, in this amount of days we have a new moon. In this amount of days is going to be a full moon, so I need to make sure I do my projects here, and then rest on this day, things of that nature, and however you want to go about it. And let's go on over to the next page. So of course we have the other half of that calendar, and at the very bottom you'll see that I have certain things listed out, like Mercury enters Gemini, North Node goes retrograde in Gemini. So basically on each day there'll be different transits to let you know. And this will be like different things as far as when certain planets go into certain signs, as well as when certain energies go retrograde, or when certain certain transits, like for instance if we have a grand air trine, or I think this month we have a grand earth trine, and things of that nature. So that'll be the type of information that's also placed at the very bottom for you guys to keep track. And then all the way on the right I have those just spaces for you guys to write down, different goals that you have, maybe dreams that you want to remember, and things of that nature, and also just random thoughts and notes, that you might have throughout the week that you want to kind of keep track of. And at the top also, I am manifesting. So this is also another space in which you can kind of keep track of certain things you want, as far as a point of, or subject, or a focus for the month. You know what I'm saying? So all of this information is going to be compacted. So let's talk about how you can get your hands on one of these. So right now I'm in the process of receiving samples for my physical copies, but in the meantime I'm opening up pre-orders. So pre-orders are going to be $35 at this time. And so how the pre-orders are going to work is like this. I'm not gonna. Physical copies are actually not gonna be available until September, in Virgo season. Ironically, right? The moon is in Virgo right now. So, but Virgo season is when physical copies are gonna be available. And in the meantime, what I'm gonna be doing is I'm going to, if you pre-order, I'm going to be sending out digital copies of not only this, but also I have the planner version. And I'll pull that up in a second, or put it in a different clip. I don't want this video to be too long, but I'm going to be sending digital copies for this and the planner version each month, leading up until the physical copies are ready and sent, and not until they're delivered, you know what I'm saying, so that you'll have something to keep and track, you know what I'm saying, on your own time. And basically you can use the digital copies as, you can use the digital version either on your phone, you know what I'm saying, or you can go ahead and print these out, and these will be full pages that you can utilize on, you know what I'm saying, if you want to keep physical track, if you like to physically write in your information and things of that nature. So, those are going to be the two options available. That way, you pre-order now, and basically it's like a monthly subscription. You know what I'm saying? Not, like you're not paying every month, but basically I'm going to be delivering every month the digital copies for you guys up until the physical copies literally get to your hands. And throughout the way, I'm going to also be updating you guys when I get the different samples, like, you know what I'm saying, so you guys can see the material. Also, I'm going to be keeping you updated as far as I'm designing it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is completed right now. It's a rough basically, like I said, I'm waiting on the samples to make sure that I am satisfied with, the physical product. But for the most part, this is something that's completed. Like I said, it's a passion project for a while. I kind of had to keep it under wraps, but I think I'm finally ready. Well, I'm not. I don't think. I know I'm finally ready to present this to the public and offer this to you guys. So this could be a tool that you guys could use to help you guys as well. So yeah, so if you have any questions or how to pre-order, so in order to pre-order, you can just DM me on IG or Twitter at DaveBeyondTV, or you can email me at davebeyond95@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, basically. And as soon as you put in the order, as soon as you purchase the pre-order, I'll go ahead and reply to you guys with the digital downloads, and so that you can have everything and get everything correlated. Also, I'll include a manual on how to use this and what each sign and symbol means, and what, what I'm saying, so that you guys can have a reference, and so you won't be lost when you're looking at this, because I think it does take a little bit to learn. But also, I'll be open to suggestions and things of that nature if you guys have any suggestions on how to make this thing better, because this is bigger than just me. This is a tool I want to use. I want to push for everybody, what I'm saying, whether you're new to astrology, never used astrology before, or you're actually proficient, or what I'm saying, been doing astrology for a while and more advanced, what I'm saying. So this is going to be a tool that everybody can use and everybody can get with. Let me try to see what else. Also, pre-order. So we do have a goal right now. So right now, the goal is 300 pre-orders. And this is just a personal goal of mine. And basically, after we hit 300, the price is going to go up. So right now it's $35, but yeah. So for the first 300, it's going to be $35. After that, the price is going up. Right now, we already have about 120 orders. So yeah, so y'all get on it. You know what I'm saying? Get on it. And yeah, so I have a really good feeling about this. Like I said, if you guys have any questions and you want to know how to get your hands on it, then just let me know. Like, email me, DM me. If you have my number, text me, you know what I'm saying, and I'll go ahead and make sure that I get you guys a copy of this. So hopefully this was helpful, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Peace. This is going to be and this right here is the weekly planner I was talking about. So there's also an option for a weekly planner, but if you pre-order, I'm going to deliver you guys a digital copy of both the monthly calendar and the weekly planner. So the weekly planner is slightly different, but the same concept. So as we see at the top, of course, we have May 1st to the May 7th. And then we have, of course, the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And, the sigils underneath each, the sigil, the planet for each day. But also the only thing that's different is the time slot. So if you're a person who wants to more so keep a time schedule and time stamp for your day, I have these time stamps right here. And so how I did it was every 2 hours, we know, or if you don't know, the sun actually moves a house. And so what I did is I organized this. This is more so for the sun sign. So the calendar kind of works more so with the moon, but also acknowledging where the sun is at. The planner is more so for the sun, and not really too much to do with the moon, but just keeping track of where the sun is in the sky at the moment. So of course, from 4 to 6 a.m., the moon will be, or the sun will be in the first house. From 8 to 10 a.m., it'll be in the second house, and so on and so forth. And so you can utilize this so you know what actions to be taken at certain times of the day, and just kind of keep a better track of your day overall. So that's kind of what this planner is going to be for. And at the bottom, you can see there's another slot for manifestations, as well as on the right being the goals, the dreams, and thoughts. And also on the second page at the top, we see I put the moon transits for that week. So right here in this week, we see the moon going from Capricorn to Aries. And that's kind of like I said, the reverse of the other calendar, which is kind of keeping track of where the moon is, but acknowledging the sun. This is keeping track of where the sun is, for your day to, the inner day activities, but also acknowledging where the moon is so that we don't get, you know what I'm saying? Because we need both. We need to know where both are at. So, yeah, like I said, hopefully this was helpful, and peace.